Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 7 of the Kubernetes 1.30 release cycle. I am your host, Kat Cosgrove. Happy to have you all here. Before we get into it, just a reminder that this is a Kubernetes release team meeting, and thus we are beholden to the Kubernetes Code of Conduct, which boils down to be excellent to each other. So be nice. We're all here to ship Kubernetes. If you don't mind, please put your name in the attendees list. And we will go ahead and get started. I don't see any new open discussion items other than the mid-cycle retro is next week. So if you have retro items, please go ahead and add them to the doc. It is linked there. There are already quite a few. And there, we may not get to all of them in the mid-cycle. We may not be able to do anything about a lot of them in the mid-cycle, but there it is for you. So first up, we've got the enhancements team.
Yep. Hey everyone, this is Sriram from the enhancements team. So last week we received one more exception request. Now we have a total of 6 exception requests, and the latest one that was also approved. And yeah, our status is green. We'll be starting to reach out to all the track caps regarding the code freeze deadline. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for enhancements? Okay, next up is release signal. Do we have anybody here from release signal? I did take a look at the tracking board myself earlier, and there's nothing alarming in it. I know Paco has been out for New Year. Should have been back Monday. Anybody from release signal?
Yes, I am here. I thought Paco would be here, but yeah, as you mentioned, nothing special. We just have some old flakes, nothing failing at the moment, and status is green.
Okay, thank you so much. Could you go ahead and update the notes in this doc accordingly, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Okay, any questions for release signal? All right, next up is docs.
Hi everyone. So the doc status right now is yellow because we have tracked only 32 out of 66 enhancements right now, and 34 are at risk. We have reached out to the KEP owners and the assignees, but we haven't heard back from them. So we went through the KEPs and we found that only 5 of them required docs according to us. So 5 are open, and we haven't got a placeholder PR open yet, and 27 are unknown, so we don't know whether it requires a doc or not. So that's the division between them.
Okay.
And the milestone apply issue is also open, and it's assigned to test infra folks.
Okie dokie.
Yep.
We already talked about this yesterday in the SIG docs meeting, so I'm already aware that y'all need a little bit of assistance, which I will be giving you today in the form of myself, and also loaning you a lead shadow. I know that is a little bit annoying. It is this particular deadline is always a little bit people treat it as soft. I don't love that, but this one is always kind of messy, unfortunately. Any questions for docs? All right, next up is release notes.
Hi everyone, Orlin here from the release note team. We're currently in green status. We have the PR open and waiting to be merged. It's approved. And since last week, there was a discussion, maybe we'll need like a style guide for the release notes, which will be super related to the docs style guide, or more of a guidance to the upcoming shadows. And also we started discussion about using AI tooling to automate the release notes stuff. So you can find all that into the links.
Okay. Excellent, thank you. Do we have any questions for release notes? Cool, easy meeting so far. Comms.
Hi everyone, it's Natalie here from the release comms team. Our status is green. We've completed the follow-up with all the CAP owners. Kristen and all the shadows have done so about the feature blog opt-in. Many of the opt-outs that we've gotten are generally because they've written a blog before at the different stages of their graduation, so they didn't feel like needing to repeat, and we agree. However, we do have a few follow-ups to do. We've got 5 feature blog placeholders currently open. And Kristen will start reaching out to SIG leads this week to ensure we have enough opt-ins, because we do also have a lot of no responses. So we're still trying to follow up with those folks. As far as we're aware, we have no deprecations or removals in 1.3.0. So we'll be highlighting major changes in the mid-cycle blog. We, a couple of weeks ago, had met with Kat to make sure that, that was kind of aligned. And we're starting on our draft this week.
Sick. Thank you. Any questions for comms? Perfect. Release branch management. Mark, are you here?
Yep.
Okay.
No updates. Last week was the Alpha 2 release. Next week is the Alpha 3 release. So
Okay.
for this week.
Am I good to check the box in the release lead checklist that says that I have confirmed with you that there's nothing stopping us from cutting Alpha 3 next week?
Yes.
Cool. Thank you. Emeritus advisor Grace, I think, is still out of the country, probably. I don't see her in the call. Yeah, she's still out of the country. So retro is scheduled for next week, immediately after the Wednesday release team call. So again, please add what we did well and what we could do better, and what we need to change in 1.3.1 to the retro document, and I'll see you there. For me, our APAC meetings begin this Friday. They are very early in the morning for people in Europe, and very late at night for people in North America. So if you are in one of those time zones and it is thus very difficult for you to make the Friday meeting, that's totally okay. You don't have to be there. If you or a shadow cannot attend, though, please add your updates to this document ahead of time. I will start adding the template for the Friday APAC meeting the night before. So you'll have a whole day to do it. Yeah, that's all from me. And is there somebody here from SIG Scalability? No, just status of green. That's all we need to know from them. So excellent. Are there any questions for me? Okay, cool. Is there anything else we need to discuss on the recording before I end it? Okie dokie. I will go and end the recording then. Thanks for coming. Hello, YouTube.